So aristocrat, aristocrat of all people. You guys, can't land, can't anybody anti-justice. Arist of all people. And they launch a special live stream for him. Guys, if you want to discuss, come up. I mean, sorry, those that are double. I just want to switch a little bit. I don't want to focus on that topic because people are sleeping. I will come back there. I want to try to switch. I just want to switch a little bit. I don't want to focus on that.
Papariano.
What happened? What did you do?
On Sunday, when we were talking about bringing Papa Mohbad life and he's crying, you know, that was what we were discussing. And all of them, all the crying babies, they went to the platform and said, how can an aristocrat says they should not bring him up? And I simply said, if I were to be his antlers, I'm not going to bring that man to be crying. He needs to show strength. Don't come and show him when he's weak. He's tired. You brought him on to look haggard. And you are not even asking cogent questions. Only about people. Ask good questions. The rest, Baba Pele, Baba don't cry. Baba don't cry. Is that the justice?
Baba, your car will buy fuel on your,
you know,
buy petrol. And
that was what I said. And after that, I think I was busy. I didn't even know. When I came back, I was already dropped that. I heard someone saying what they want is about to be crying about so that people can pity him. If he does not cry, people will not pity him. Anytime it comes on interview, anything, he should just be crying. He should be crying. Is this what these people don't these do? You know, and some people just went, you know, there are some people that we talk and people don't care.
It's not been real.
But because
that's what it means, that he too is cooperating with that kind of nonsense that they are telling him. I mean, because be crying when the public, be showing weak, be showing tired.
Yeah,
so they
that's
can
what it means.
They can give much money. What is this? I don't understand.
And everybody comes and say it is okay that anytime he comes online, be crying. I don't understand.
You mourn for 3 months. At most, you mourn for 3 months in Yoruba land. This is 9 good months. So is this why they are dragging you every platform? They are dragging you to justice.
The man is still mourning. Yes. And you know what? It's okay. You know why it's okay? If I am not important, they will not drag me. You understand? If I'm just a nobody, they will not drag me. It means I'm a commodity that they so much want, and my opinion, if it does not align with them, they need to counter it. So they need to go to their shrine and put me on a shrine, and they begin to worship me. I think that was what happened. So on Lenti yesterday, when I was a bit, you know, not
that's what they are saying.
I was on Lenti, and I said it. And I said it on Lenti that I will not change what I've said. You want this man, you want to support this man, but you are bringing him out and you are supporting him to be crying. So I'm suggesting be using some shade so that when he cries, they will not see his eyes. What is wrong with us?
You be so full of yourself.
People talk I'm not living overseas.
I so I'm full of yourself. They
are living overseas. They live in countries that have. These people live in countries where there is law and order. And you are saying Nigeria is not developed and this is your own mentality? Come on, man. Anyways. It's just their business. It's just their business. Everybody they want to drag, they can drag. It's because they see it as we need to drag this person. So it's okay. Let them go. Let them go and drag it.
They have been dragging.
I've seen in this thing.
Not that let them go. They have been doing that.
They've been dragging now. So it's not new. So let them drag. For me, it's not new.
See, this is what I was telling you.
Go ahead and drag.
This is what I was telling you, right? That that energy that we're saying, you want to create a public team of some people. Okay, who will, you know, 1 minute, 1 minute. Okay, when you create it, as long as Baba is not part of it, there's going to be a division. All this gullible one will pack themselves one side and be attacking this side. Okay, and you who want to help, in fact, you'll be discouraged. The money you spend, your money, you spend your time in the night research, doing everything, and these guys will come in. They will say because they are Baba fans. That will give you the approval, this and that. You want to take the case, you want to destroy the case. So many things will come. In fact, you have to envision whatever you want to do. That's why I was telling you that if Baba really want help, okay, and that he really need people, let him be ready to join the new team that will be given to him. If we get the best lawyer in Nigeria, we'll say, Baba, go and meet that lawyer and give that lawyer consent. Only you alone. That's the only way I can take this serious. That is if he's ready. If he's not ready, the case, what has happened to Mohbad is already a case study. We'll be teaching Nigerians about this case so that the next one, so that nothing else of such will happen again. Yeah. And that is where I stand. Same way we use Jesus Christ case, we teach it so that it doesn't happen again. Muhammad case. So we can use Mohbad case because it's most recent. It's most recent. We can show people how all of this happened to people that we suspect. We discuss it here, we talk about it, and then we provide solutions, the way forward, where we think that's supposed to be addressed. And then it's now
the funny thing,
up to anybody to go further.
You know the funny thing is, since Sunday, I've actually been doing a research on the toxicology report. I'm going live by 4.
Wow.
So that I'll give out the report. And things I found out that I see people, you know, the Bible says, my people perish because of lack of knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
People waste energy to chase emotion. Some will call it empathy. They don't even know the meaning of the word empathy. Some will call it emotion. They actually don't even know the meaning. Because at the end of the day, we want to get solutions.
Tell them that 3 ways so they will learn. The emotion, empathy, and which one again? Emotion, empathy, and sympathy.
No, that's the 2. Because every time they all interchange it, they don't even know the meaning.
Please tell them now that the phrase don't talk
now,
to you. Okay,
number 1, you talk of empathy. What is empathy? Show concern. If you are not concerned about someone, you don't correct them. If you don't have empathy on anybody, you don't give a hoot about what happens to them. If they like, they sit on the highest mountain and dive down. You don't care because they mean nothing to you. It means nothing to you. Now, if you care about someone, you always want to guide and tell them this is the best thing to do. Not just being busy. There is a difference between hard working and busy. And there is a difference between smart working and achieving productivity. 85% of people are hard working. They sweat, they get busy, but they are never productive. The rest are the ones that are smart worker. And in everything you do, you simply have to do that. You must be smart. How do you get smart? You look for information so that when you seek solution, the solution you seek will address your needs, not what you don't need. Because you would have spent most of your time to chase what you ought not to chase, while what you need to face is lying there. You will now come and say you're tired.
Pattern emotion remaining. Go on.
What did you say?
I said you should educate them now. You've told them about empathy, show concern. Now tell them
emotion. Emotion is simply this. Emotion is when you just want to show that you are human. And you are not looking, and your emotion is talking about your feelings, not the fact. There is feeling, there is fact. What is the fact on ground? Your feeling is only fueled by your sentiment. Papariano is my friend. If Papariano does something wrong, instead of me to say, oh, guy, this thing you done wrong, I don't like it, just change it. No, we just say, Papariano, just leave it. Don't talk. It will pass. That is emotion. It will pass. Just let it be. Correct. You will not correct. And because your sentiment is ruling your sensibility or your ability to think clear and critically, just continue to attach everything to it. That is emotion. In everything, you must see clarity. It's good to be emotional. We get involved in things because of our emotion first. But when you get to it and you need to resolve it, drop the emotion, be the third person in the case, and tackle the issue. Because at the end of the day, you will save time, you will probably save resources, and you will save lives. You don't need to faff around. Solve issues. Now, most of the time, in this part of the world, Africa, they don't solve issues. They solve sentiment. They solve affinity. They solve emotion. That is what they do. That is why you see someone that you know his record is very bad, and they ask you to vote for that person. And you see someone that have a good record, though it's bad but can deliver. It's that person that is very bad that we want, because that is what everybody wants. But the person is from my village. You vote for it based on sentiment. Simple.
Sympathy. Empathy to show concern, emotion to show feeling, sympathy. Are you still there?
I'm here now.
You sure these are all semantics that people interchange. Seemingly sometimes they depend on the context how you use it. Sometimes it means the same thing, depending on the context how you use it. Anyway, walk them through sympathy.
Sympathy is simply pity, man. That's what you call sympathy. You pity someone. Simple word. They use it, but they don't see it.
So do you have empathy for Baba, or you have sympathy for Baba?
See, I have empathy for him. I don't have sympathy. Because it is empathy that is going to solve it. You are not to pity him. You are to help him. You are to support him. You are to guide him so that he will get the answer to his quest. That is what you do. That is simply what you do. But when you show pity, you are just looking at the man that he is helpless, he is a sorry case, let's help him. It's not a sorry case. The death of his son is a societal menace that everybody needs to solve. It happened to him. Don't look at him as a sorry case. Look at him as something all of you need to embrace and ensure you resolve it. Because if you don't, it will come to you. That is not pity. That is empathy. It's going to come to you because if you don't resolve it, the same people that did that will feel this is the new norm, and they continue to do it, and they are doing it. And all you could say is to bring all form of sentiment into it and say, come on, man, you're not going to resolve it. You're not going to get anything. You're not going to get answers.
So, thank you very much. Let's quickly divert into, let's digress into this case of the Andrew Ochekwo, the man in Abia State who was being transferred from Aba in Abia State to, that's the Abia Police Headquarters to Abuja Force Headquarters, and on the way, the police shot him, saying that they suspected he wanted to escape. And so let's just oppose that with this ongoing case. And are you aware of the case, first of all, just to be sure? They're on the same chapter. Are you aware of the Andrew Ochekwo's case, or you want a quick briefing on the case?
No, I'm not aware of it, but I'll tell you something. With my knowledge of Nigeria system, There are thousands of people that have been killed like that. Thousands. I'll tell you, between 2000 and 2020, if you check the records of the total
If you want to discuss this case, send request, come up. Go on.
If you check the record,
but I need energy. Extrajudicial. Whoever will be sleeping. Okay, I need the energy. Andrew Ochefo's case, come up. The kidnapper.
If you check the record of extrajudicial killing, this is under extrajudicial killing, yes? Now, number one, in every society, there are bad cops. There are bad people in the system. And this is not the first thing. It's not only in Nigeria it will happen. It's not only in Abia State. It happens in all civilized countries as well. Now, there are always people in high places. Today, I saw a video of Abba Kyari returning home, and you will see the jubilation they are giving to him, like an hero welcome. That is Abba Kyari. Abba Kyari that used to be a super cop and turned to show himself as a super cop and is also a villain in the system. And this is what you feel everywhere, in every system. You will see people that when you see them, you regard them as the best. But if you look at the other side, people are in the price and they are doing some things that are. Now, at this guy, I don't know about it, but with a number of cases that I've seen, I have been around a police command where at night, under a certain IG in the past, between the IG was between 1999 and 2003. Now that gave them a command because they know when they apprehend armed robbers, they will take them to court, and case at the end of the day they will give them goes to sentence. Now, and this armed robber, before they apprehend them, will have shot down policemen, will have killed policemen. The man was very, very angry and gave his boys command. If you get armed robber, if they engage you, don't shoot to apprehend, shoot to do what? To kill them. That is not justice. You are meant to apprehend, shoot to kill them. Because once they shoot at you, and the police that go, that have heard that kind of thing, even when you show gun, or you try to show gun, they don't gun you down first. If they now don't find gun, they will plant something on you.
Okay, now, about them. I also wanted to make an update, okay, about the enemy. Because like we needed to have a case, a serious case with him. So we have
I'll tell you a number of things about that enemy. I'll tell you a lot of it so that we can channel our energy.
Yeah, no, I wanted to just quickly give a brief what was given to me, because yesterday we were saying bringing this FBI to them. So some you had their lawyers to engage the enemy. Yeah, their lawyers. Okay. So they were supposed to have a meeting. They spoke to a woman called Megan Hessler. Okay, so her name was on the document, and then she said she couldn't speak about some of those things now. I think she had to get her own lawyer to whatever, I don't know, or the lawyer of the organization. So they were going to have like a round meeting. Okay, so but they said that the brief that they have that she has settled that samples that they received such samples. So they don't know
worry,
what
we did.
Level, there's a doubt or whatever the was coming from, but
okay.
They get to so
what actually happened was what I'm working on has been an extensive investigation for the last 2 weeks. An extensive investigation, and the ghosts are the one working on it. They don't want people to come and say na them it is, and me, which means I like that so much, and I've got a lot of information.
There's so much things. Megan Hessler.
Megan, no. Megan will be one
the
of
lady
their staff. We spoke with the lady.
No, I don't mean Esther.
No. The pathologist that signed it was spoken to.
What was the name? You just asked about the name. Like, I mean, when you spoke to the person.
No. This was how the person was found. You know, a name was on that document. Was on the document, and what was done is the team there, the team were working and they find out who the person was. Apparently, there was someone among the team that went to school with that person. So it was easy to speak to that person. And they also speak with another lab scientist, who is also a pathologist in the same company. And a lot of things were very clear. So I will come back. I need to set up. I put 4 p.m.
Oh, yeah.
Aristocrat.
Got you.
How are you doing?
No, Aristocrat, just go.
I'm waiting for you. No.
Yeah. I mean, it's gonna let him. He doesn't want to beat this time. So anyway,
Yes.
the case. Okay, there are so many underground workers, people who don't want us to get justice. And right now that the case is in the USA, we can better fight it in the USA. Let's try to resolve it first, whether it was sent to the USA, whether the document that was given to us, whether it was the real samples that was sent to them, and not just that, whether all the information that we receive in Nigeria was not altered. Because what if they have given them the cause of death and have given them the original result and what killed this person, and they came here to alter it? Anything can happen, forgery. So it's a good way for us to fight it right from the state.
It's good they are doing that. The ghost team are doing that. That somebody don't want to take the glory.
No. What do you mean ghost team? I mean, what do you mean by ghost team? I mean, the ghosts don't want us to get justice. The invisibles. The invisible.
Do you know today I was walking in Facebook, and then one guy who used to come to us is a grown-up guy, and he make a video about he was just bunking, trying to put everything on us. I almost fainted. But like the $1 million question I'll be asking, why and why? Why do they do it? And why is it that they are trying hard to cover up? Why is it that the senator who stand in parliament and said that this guy have a lot of money, it can cover the whole of Nigeria, and still they are not doing anything to help this case? Why are they doing everything hard to cover up, to give us mass on?
Which particular case? Which case? You mean the Andrew case?
No, Andrew's case. When it comes to Andrew's case, you have to know the case. This guy was beat a woman, and when he was to be arrested, he ran, and one big politician helped him back to Nigeria. It means that that politician can cover up, can cover everything up. And remember, when Andrew do the killings, he sent all the pictures to his friend in UK, and that friend too must be arrested. So there is parcels that they themselves they are bringing out, and those parcels have to link to themselves again. And what's the name? The Ghanaian girl's husband is with them. He's holding eyes on the Nigerian system, and he's calling them out. He's not hiding anything. You can go on Facebook and find him. The Nigerian girl, the Ghanaian girl's husband. He is bringing everything out, and he's saying how he did it and how they were trying to cover things up and everything. So it's like the Abia people was trying to cover things up. The guy was calling them to find out why my wife is kidnapped, but this happened and this happened, and they were saying no, we can't do anything about it because there is not kidnapped. They were giving him the bull story, and this guy was saying no, you have to go. So it's the husband who was taking was saying, see this, my wife withdraw 1 million from my account, or from her account, and somebody who is normal, why is she doing with 1 million? And then the text messages and the videos. So the traces, all the traces we are seeing, there was a guy in Nigeria who was sending it to the husband, and the husband was communicating with him. But Andrew did the same thing to one Nigerian girl, and that girl lived to tell her story. So that is the girl who is telling her story, her part of the story, to help this case. So for me, I'll still call the police, Abia State. Why are they doing everything to cover this crime? And why can somebody who is who you say ran away, how can the person be killed again? If you say the person ran, how can you also take a criminal and take everything and put it in the criminal's car? Instead of the police car they brought from Abuja, you put everything in the criminal's car and say, oh, sorry. What kind of story is that?
Someone in handcuffs, someone who was handcuffed, how can he even escape?
How can that person escape? That's the problem. That's what I'm asking. The next one. Yeah, no, next. How can that person escape? And how can that person escape? So for me, I think that the police know, and the police are trying to cover things up, and which is not good for the justice system in Nigeria. It's time we start calling them out for all the crime that happened, and they don't want to take responsibility for it. Papariano, what are you doing? I think most people want to hear about what's the name? Mohbad. Guys, you know, sometimes when things happen like this, we all become nervous, become thinking, but we have to use this case to put it as example, because it's almost the same thing. The police are trying to cover everything up instead of they open things and talking about what happened. What happened? That's the $1 million question we are asking. What happened? Why are you guys trying hard to cover up? So when you put this case side to side with Mohbad's case, it's almost getting to be similar. The police are doing everything to cover the criminal up instead of going after the non-criminal people. So the person who was there when the thing happened, the police are trying to cover it up. So why is it that always the police are trying to cover up instead of bringing justice to people who need it? It's very difficult. It's time we start calling the police out.
Okay, thank you very much. I'm going to come back live a little bit later.
Okay.